Hello. So I wanted to do a story time. A story time about when I got arrested and thrown into jail. So if you want to hear about it, you have time right now. But anyway, so I was about 16, maybe 17, going on 17. And I was upstairs doing my hair, blow drying my hair, getting ready to, I think I was getting ready to braid it, but that doesn't matter. And I heard a knock at the door. I heard it. I kept hearing it, but I wasn't going because I was doing my hair. I was busy. So, they kept knocking. They went away and then came back and started knocking again. So I went to go answer the door. Turns out it was a cop, a police officer. And I'm like, yes, how may I help you? So he said, I wanted to ask you about the bike that's in the backyard. So I'm looking at him like, what bike? Me and my brother didn't have a bike for years. So he was like, it's a bike in the backyard. So I put on some shoes. I told him to wait so I could put some shoes on. So I went to go get my shoes and I walked back there and I was like, I don't know who bike that is. I don't know. I don't know who bike it is. So I go back in the house. And he's still back there investigating, trying to figure out who bike it is. So I go back upstairs and I was getting ready to call my mama, and my brother appeared from nowhere. Come to find out, he jumped through the window. Him and his friend. So I was like, what the hell going on? What's going on? So he says, none, don't worry about it, ain't nothing. So I'm like, okay. So he was like, don't worry about it, just go back in your room. So I was like, okay. So the police was knocking again. They kept knocking. So I went, and my brother and his friend went to the door. So once they got to the door, he came. They went outside with the police officer to look at the bike, and then I went upstairs to put on some clothes so I can go outside and sit with them, so my breasts wouldn't be hanging all out, and I wouldn't have these days do something. So I went to put some clothes on, but my hair was still over my head. So what? So I went outside to see what was going on. So the police officer put my brother and his friend in the backseat of the car, and they rolled down to the end of the street where the stop sign was. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I called my mama. I was like, kind of ditzy and like a blonde back then. So I called her and she was like, don't take your ass down there. You stay right there until I get home. So I was like, okay. But I walked my ditzy ass on down the street. And I was like, well, what's going on? Why they in the back of the car? So when he said that, he was like, I'll tell you in a minute, just stay there. So I'm still trying to figure out why they in the back of the car. I'm still asking why are they in the back of the car? I wasn't aggressive. I wasn't trying to attack him. I wasn't trying to run or nothing. But he felt like I was attacking him by keep asking him the same question. So he took me and threw me on the ground and put me in handcuffs. I was screaming and hollering, so I guess he felt like I was resisting arrest. So he put me in handcuffs and put me in the back of the car. So now I'm in the back of the car with my brother and his friend. So the police officer was in the front seat, writing his report, doing whatever he was doing in the front seat. And my brother and his friend was back there talking about this man race and talking about this man. I'm in the back seat crying. I'm bawling. I'm trying to figure out why the hell I'm in this back seat of the car. So my brother and his friend, they just keep talking about he a Mexican dickhead and how he a Mexican this and how he a Mexican that. So, you know, this went on for about 10 minutes. So the officer decided to turn off his camera in the car. So he turns it off and he turns around and he was like, well, I was gonna let y'all go, but since y'all talking about my race and talking about this and talking about that, I ain't letting you go nowhere. So my mama get home. So my mama pulls up in the yard. We pull back up the street to our house. And the officer was like, what the officer said? He said, well, I can release your son in your custody. I can release your son in your custody and we'll drop the other guy off to his aunties or wherever he stay. But your daughter is going to jail. So I'm like, what the fuck? Why I gotta go to jail? So he ended up I'm still sitting in the back seat of my mama trying to convince him, like, what did she do to, you know, go to jail? So, you know, he get back in the car. He did like a U-turn in the middle of the street. He had to stop and write something else. So he told me again the only reason why I'm going to jail is because my brother and his friend was talking all this crap. But I was so young back then, I couldn't like use that against him. I could have used that against him when I went to court, but I didn't use it against him because I didn't freaking know. I don't know nothing about this. Like, this is my first time ever getting in trouble with the law. So, okay, so my mom was like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna come get you and blase. So I'm crying all the way to the jailhouse. We get to the jailhouse. I'm crying even more. One, because why the hell am I here? I didn't steal shit. I didn't take nothing. I didn't do nothing. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here with you, Mr. Officer. So we goes in the thing. I get booked. I'm sitting in this room out like in the waiting area, I guess, where you get your fingerprints and all that. So, you know, I'm still looking like, I can't believe I'm up in here. Like, damn, I need to wake up. I need to freaking wake up. So I get fingerprinted. Then I had to go sit in this room, like a room where they closed the door, and there was like a few other women in there. These women trying to figure out how they finna use this faucet to get this water, and talking about who in the back, talking about it was a lady back there who put a child in the blender, and talking about one lady who cut her husband. I'm like, why the fuck I'm in here with all these people? I just don't understand. Why am I here with a baby killer and a man cut up? I don't understand. Help me understand. So I'm still trying to figure out why the hell I'm in here. So I'm listening to these ladies. I'm just listening, but in the back of my mind, you know, I just really want to cry in front of these women, but I know if I cry in front of them, I'm going to look weak. So I ain't cry, you know what I'm saying? So they took me, I changed into these prison clothes. They made me take out my bra, my panties, my socks, and I had to put on these jailhouse shoes with these jailhouse green ass clothes. Oh my God. So they took me down to population. I get to the room. I was in there by myself at first. So, of course, when I laid down, I just cried. It felt like I was crying for 8 whole hours. But I was just crying and crying and crying. I was just crying. I just didn't understand how the hell I ended up in a jail bed. I don't understand. So, they called us down to eat. So, I get down there. There's a lady down there. It's like maybe 25 women, right? So, one lady, she was getting ready to take a shower, butt ass naked. Another lady, she was... So I changed positions because I was on the phone with my mama too long, but... So the lady was sitting next to me, and she was like, yeah, I ain't never getting out. And I think she said she had like 3 or 4 kids, and I ain't gonna never see her again. So I didn't say why. She was just somebody next to her. She was like, what's up? Why you in here? This lady said she been doing fraud shit for the last 10 years. She been doing fraud stuff for the last 10 years. And it finally caught up with her. And she knows she ain't never getting out. So I'm just like, why in God's name am I in here? So I had looked to the left to see the lady that they was talking about that put her baby in the blender. So I look at the lady, and she was sitting on top of, like, it was like a block thing in there. She was sitting on top of it rocking. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get out of here. So they sent us back to our rooms, our bunks, our cells, and they said we had one phone call like an hour later. So I went and called my mama. For some reason, I could not get through. And I was like, Lord, Mom don't know. My mom don't know nothing. My mom don't know nothing. Lord Jesus. So I'm just panicking. So I don't know what time it was. I don't know. But I was sitting up in that cell so long after that phone call. I just cried. I think I fell asleep. I'm not sure. I just know I was crying. So they had intercom me to tell me I'm getting ready to go for my court hearing. So I went to court, and they said don't turn around, look at your family, and blase. So when I was coming in the room, I said my mama to the left. I swear I wanted to just break out and just jump over all the little bleachers like, Mom, my God. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm in here. So they told me what I was charged with. I was charged with obstruction of officer, resisting arrest. Oh, it was 2 counts of obstruction of officer and resisting arrest. So they told me what the bond is. Probably like 3 hours later, they told me I was released. So my mom came and got me. And I had to go to some place to sign some papers. And it was just the most horrifying thing in the whole world. So when I got home, my mom had cooked, so I ate. I ate and I cried some more, and I ate and I cried some more. It was just so, I couldn't believe that I was in this situation, like, really. So I think like a year had passed. I had to go back to court for the same thing, so I got one of those attorneys that was appointed to you by the court, and she had got one of the charges taken off, and somehow another charge, one of the obstruction of officer charge and resisting arrest charge taken off. But again, had I known what I know now, I wouldn't have been charged with nothing. And then the officer didn't show up to my court date. So after I went to court for the last time, they told me that I had to pay $180. So after I paid the $180, me and my mom was leaving, and she was like, I know you won't never do this again. But all I was doing was taking up for I wasn't even taking up for my brother. I was just trying to see why he was in the back of the police car. But no, I would never, ever, unless it's one of my children, find out what the problem is again, because that was the worst experience of my life, going to jail with people that I didn't even deserve to be in jail with, for trying to see what was going on. Like, that's all I was trying to do, see what was going on and why he was in jail. Why he was in the back of the police car. But woo, never again. Never again. But this was my story time, y'all. I hope y'all like this video. If you want to hear another story time, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and comment down below about what you want to see, what you want to hear. I got a few stories. They crazy. I ain't even gonna say they ain't crazy, but alright, y'all. Thank y'all for watching.